Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the USC Trojans, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Kentucky Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Trojans will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wildcats offense will get the first possession of the game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. It's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way.
Off he goes at the 20. Touchdown, Ken. Strolled his way into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Trojans offense has its first opportunity of the day. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than it came like this. When you've got two studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Lester. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Stopped after making the catch.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
And he's going to be just short of the first down. He's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Trojans in the hurry up. on 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Trying the left side. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to Brown. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Pressure coming. They've got the screen set up. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss.
Open runway ahead. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the ground, it's Wilcox. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
29 Philly, 2.
The give out of the gun. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the field goal unit is on the field. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they've taken the lead. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Looking for a crease to the left. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a 1st down in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Give to the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Lester. Escapes trouble. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught! Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Tosses it incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Wilcox. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Here's the handoff. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Finds his tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air. It's Lester trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got...
Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver. And you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Wildcats. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Lester. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Extending the play. Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll start this third quarter with a run. At the 35, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Lester. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. The Trojans looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Flag 24. Easy.
Try to get it to the edge. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. And the Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Now on the move. Touchdown, Trojans! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
USC 21, Kentucky 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now on the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big guys.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the USC offense will take
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Stands in and takes the hit. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Gain of 37 on the play.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Fights off a defender. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got his man to the left. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Trojans have this offense rolling.
Get set, get set.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
28, Kentucky, 17.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilcox. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know that the ball...
And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a 1st down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone.
Kentucky, 23.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling... back to doing what you're good at.
The give as they work on that clock. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. He's now up to 104 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Back to pass. It's Lester. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Lane. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. The toss to the right. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. This offense will snap it from the 42 on first and 10. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tackle is made after the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got it down to the 32, 1st and 10 coming. Looking for space, it's Peterson. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Now the toss. Got enough space. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He wants a big play here late. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
It's now 2nd down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. To throw, it's Pennington. They're trying to get to him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And they spike it to get the clock stopped.
The air is incomplete. Brings up 2nd.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Plenty.